It is tea time!
That ASMR lasted much shorter than
sorry.
last time.
Yeah, sorry for your ears.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should create one video and just have ASMR in the title, and it just starts with us just shouting.
It's like a black screen, like, turn up your volume to hear the subtleties of TDB.
Yeah. Start with like 3 seconds of silence, and then it just goes straight into it. Yeah.
Dude, is there even water in that?
There's no tea.
I'm teeing that. Look at that watercolor.
Yeah.
That's a used teapot right there. That's beautiful.
Indeed.
Okay, we're filming and drinking tea right now for the audience who is here. So, what are we drinking, good sir?
We are having some aged Pu'erh. They think this is a mostly raw, but maybe a little bit of ripe mixed in. It's from the 90s, supposedly. It's a brick 8972 recipe. So, yeah, we're going to get down and dirty. Tea has to be quite aged in order for it to sort of like be able to shield those characteristics.
Sure.
So we're looking at something that's probably seen some pretty serious storage over the course of 25 years or so.
Yeah.
So.
Jesus, crazy. And what factory?
Supposedly Munghai Tea Factory, but you know, it's like we're just drinking some aged tea.
Yeah.
Who knows what the pedigree is exactly?
Yep. Cool. Interesting.
And definitely gonna rinse this.
Alright. How hard pressed was the cake? I saw you using a pick.
It's pretty compressed.
Yep.
It's a brick, so yeah, it's a little more compressed, I'd say, than a cake.
Sure. Yeah, I guess I should use the terminology. Anyway.
Yeah, and Teas Me Like sells this, so this is available. One nice thing about these bricks, or one good or bad thing about them, is the bricks do tend to be a little bit lower quality material than like a cake, which means the price is much more attractive, but also the experience may not be quite so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll try this out, see
Cool.
how we like it.
Beautiful color. Really shockingly clean, actually. Look at that. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, the color would make me think that this is mostly raw, too. Well, we'll see what the actual brew color is.
It smells incredible.
You know, the beet lovers, they sponsor us, so we gotta feature their products every now and then.
Yes. Brought to you by Beet Lovers Association of America.
Can of Beets.
Yeah. Use our promo code BEAT.
BEET. BETED. What's this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it smells proper. It kind of has this nice sort of higher note to it too that I'm kind of enjoying.
And have you tried this yet?
I've had it twice. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. Looking forward to it. Beautiful color again. Always kind of the most interesting way to begin looking at a tea, of course. Ooh. Hot. Yep.
Hot.
And look at that dark red. So if I were to hazard a guess by the color alone, I would either have to say old, raw, or ripe. And maybe a combo of the two. A little orange, but mostly just like a deep auburn. Beautiful. And this teapot can clog a little bit, James.
Yeah.
For folks at home.
Toothpick hand.
Yeah, exactly. Like what's the...
Yeah.
Literally just a toothpick is the technique?
Yeah, you know, some people use metal stuff. I have avoided that because I have been told you can break your teapot very easily by using something a little more heavy duty than a toothpick. So I go toothpick.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you have been drinking out of this pot so much that the just plain water comes out a little bit colored, you want to keep this pot. Put some time into this pot.
Yeah, and how you do that is you use lots of soap. Just kidding.
Oh
you don't use any soup, so don't do that at home. Yeah.
Okay. I might have to say the P word. Pencil shavings. We'll see if we get there, folks. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm gonna bleep that out. And it's like, can you taste the
P word? Yeah, we're channeling Ben Shapiro. Shout out if you've you know the memes.
I actually don't know what you're referring to.
Okay, we'll keep
that's okay.
We'll keep that between us. Cheers. Ooh. woodiness, deep flavor. Ooh, bitter.
Deep pencil shaving. Honestly, honestly, I get it more than anything in this.
Yeah, it is there.
I don't know if this is just because you were saying the word earlier, but yeah, it's very, very woody.
Yeah, almost a charcoaliness too, a little bit, kind of like a bitter. I wouldn't necessarily call this sweet by any stretch, but
No. In fact, I'm actually a little shocked at the lack of sweetness.
Yeah.
It tastes good, no doubt, but
yeah, very just deep, earthy flavor.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And my goodness, I can only imagine where we're headed from here. Whoa, this is strong.
Yeah.
So,
if you've got a sweat spot on your shirt, the prediction for this tea is it will make that sweat spot bigger.
absolutely, and I am certainly not immune.
We've been there before.
Oh my god. Yeah, actually, I like that. I just say, like, sometimes hot meal on a hot day for some reason just feels good. Spicy food on a hot day, it's a good time. Oof, look at that. Looks just so viscous. Oh my god, look at that color. Oh boy. Great residual flavor. Just got deep, earthy woodiness to it. Not too much sweetness. You know, you would expect on a ripe to have a bit more fruit or a bit more creaminess to it. This one has a bit more mineraliness to me, maybe a bit more charcoal.
Yeah.
And really pretty tasty so far. Look at the material. Sounds like beautiful looking.
Yeah, take a smell.
Yeah, really clean.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
That higher note I was noting in the aroma that sort of comes out like this almost, it's not fruity, but it feels like it may be like a reminiscent of like once what was fruity 15 years ago or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't really come out in taste so much as
Exactly.
it comes out in the smell.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Mas. Ooh, this is gonna be hot. Cheers. Oh, look how viscous this is.
Our Lord and Savior pencil shavings.
Amen. Blessed be thy pencil shaving name. This is great. This is like what the deep, earthy flavors of a ripe pu'erh that you get without all of the like frill, basically.
Yeah.
To me, this is just like an incredible kind of coffee replacement. Actually, going down really smooth too.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Tasty.
Cheers. Yeah, just very smooth. It's very sturdy, robust. I think the lack of sweetness is definitely notable in this.
Yeah, I agree.
It's heavy wood. I don't think this is like the most complex tea, but it's a very tasty one. And I think complexity can sometimes be overrated as far as an attribute to go. And
Absolutely.
This something like this is just very easy to drink.
Totally. Pleasurable as hell. Unique, kind of a fun brew, fun story, and then just tasty. Yeah. I think if you're a ripe pu'erh lover, this is going to be a great pick for you. You can bring about maybe a bit more of the outskirts of the flavor profile. I think that if I had to hazard a guess, I would just expect this to be a really unique ripe. I'm not tasting as much of the earthiness, the raw. Maybe just a bit more in the charcoal, and again, less sweetness.
Yeah.
That's why.
Creamy? Less.
Less, a little bit now,
Mm-hmm.
but not as, it's maybe almost just like texturally a bit more because of its viscosity as opposed to like just, deep vanilla flavors, for example.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely not much deep vanilla to this.
Right, little residual flavor profile being creamy. How would you describe the sweetness of what there is?
I don't know, mainly woody.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say that's like 75% of the profile is just
Totally.
like woody.
Yeah. If you guys have had like a really natural root beer or like sassafras, or you've just had like molasses without imagining it without the sweetness,
Or beets.
a moment from our spot, like cuts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 Wipes it. Yeah.
Where do we? Yeah.
Next time I actually need to bring a can of beets and be prepared for this. Because I have some. They're like 20 seconds away, but That's too much work.
Yeah.
Stevie.
Yeah. Stevie, get in here.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Props, please. Props.
Prop. Okay.
Yeah.
Cut.
Yeah.
I need water. Oh man, look at the color. That's stunning. And really clear. I mean, just no bubble, no residual, like just immaculate.
Yeah, you're really
crazy.
liking this, aren't you?
I am actually really enjoying this. Yeah, I think it's a nice change up. And I mean, so much of the ripe Pu'erh flavor profile for me is that like autumnal wood thing going on. And some of the ripe Pu'erhs can be too sweet, can be almost jarring and cloying a little bit, and they're vanilla, almost tasting like it's fake. And so this has like a just old man ripe flavor.
Yeah,
Oof.
for sure. And
Alright.
Denny, how do you like this as far as a post meal? Because we just chowed down and
Perfect.
yeah.
Perfect flavor profile because it has enough bitterness that it's going to cut through anything that you just had flavor wise. Great for the kind of like fatty food that we just had, which was excellent. Yeah, I'm loving it. Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
And you know, you're right. Like,
This one's moving a little more into the creamy crowd.
yep.
Not still pretty light on it, but you know, a little bit more.
Right. It was light, softening up a little bit. I think you're right. You said kind of that this isn't the most complex tea. It's not wildly dynamic. It's not like every tasting is just new and different. You know, I think as the leaves are opening up here and the brick is just slowly expanding, we're getting deeper notes and it's a little bit stronger. But like you said, there's nothing wrong with having something that's, you know, frankly just like straightforward and great.
Yeah. I mean, in fact, the last tea we had, the Belgian, I'd say was pretty straightforward and great.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is definitely a pickup. Teas we like?
Yeah, teas we like. It was about $120 for 250 gram brick. So for
good
something
value.
pretty old, not bad.
Really not bad. A couple bucks, $2.50 or so for a nice cup to share with friends. It's gonna last for a while. It's gonna probably still hold up for quite a bit of time in terms of aging it.
I'll do one last one.
Sounds
if you're
great.
down. Yeah. Mom test?
I think unlike a ripe, this one has enough. Oh, I'm getting more of the Pu'erh flavors now, and a bit more pucker. Interesting. Okay, there's a little dynamic vibe going on in here. This is great. I'm surprised by this.
Yeah.
I don't know about the mom test. I don't really think so.
What about your mom?
Probably.
Okay.
But she, you know, bless her. She's like, I like weird stuff. I'm a fun mom. Mom, love you. You are a fun mom. I think the average just tea drinker might find this a bit interesting. You know, there are some flavor notes here that could be a little bit off-putting depending on your palate.
Yeah.
I think we probably just find the novelty of new flavors in tea to be itself fun to explore. If I had to wager that the average person would enjoy this as a daily drinker, I'd say maybe if you're like really heavy into coffee, you're a coffee person,
Yeah.
this might be a great match for you. For the average though, kind of you want to introduce someone into tea, this is just funky enough that I think I'd probably do something more like the Basham from last time, so.
Yeah. I mean, a good example would be like if you're serving tea and you're trying to introduce someone to like more interesting loose leaf teas.
Right.
This would not be your opener. This could
Right.
be your third tea.
Totally.
If depending on how it's been going.
Right.
And just to like lead them to something interesting. But
Yeah.
it's like the Baljong is a good opener.
Totally, yeah. I think if you served a wooey to someone and they thought it was a really interesting flavor profile, then I think they might find something like this also kind of agreeable, insofar as it's just kind of a unique thing to enjoy, a rocky, minerally flavor. And I felt like this has a similar sort of thing. It's deeply autumnal wood, bark, and so some people are going to really, really enjoy that as a daily drinker. It's not my absolute favorite, but I do enjoy this a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you're no more of a like literal pencil shavings daily drinker. I shave my own pencils.
Oh man, we gotta
Grind my own coffee.
We gotta do that for the next one. It's like grinding it into a cup.
Hand ground pencil
God.
shavings
You didn't hear that. That's not
from
happening.
Denny's Emporium.
Oh Lord.
Google, add that to my business ideas list.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Definitely creamier. Lots of body on this. I think this would go for a while.
I like this one. It's enhanced texture. I don't know if you watched, but I brewed this for a little bit longer,
Okay.
so I kind of like how it's built.
Really great texture, really smooth. I love the viscosity on it. It's not too viscous. Great strength to flavor profile. I'm really enjoying this. This is definitely a pickup, I think. Especially if you're into ripe pu'erhs, I think this will be an interesting way to expand your palate a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's also fun just to grab some old tea, especially if you haven't had it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think we are lucky to be in an era, the tea nerds, where you can pick up something like this as well as stuff from Eon, and just get an aged experience that I think is this is reasonably typical of something that has had some dinker storage.
Yeah.
So.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is representative of some wet basement deliciousness.
Absolutely.
So with that delicious little treat, TeaDB Like, check them out. TeaDBLike.com. Yeah. Google.
Yeah.
Google them.
Yeah.
And TDB.org if you would like to read instead of watch. You can do that. There's a lot more actual content instead of just memes and jokes.
Yeah, for the PhDs, you're welcome to read. For the rest of y'all, check us out on the YouTube.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Freak. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We will see you guys